In our Health Watch tonight, the American Red Cross in Oregon says it continues to experience an emergency blood shortage as the nation faces the lowest number of people giving blood in 20 years. Joining us now to discuss the blood shortage is Red Cross Communications Director Rebecca Marshall. Thanks so much for joining us today, Rebecca.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So can you tell us about the seriousness of this blood shortage?
Yeah, we're in a critical shortage right now. It's very serious. In January, it's National Blood Donation Month, right? So it's not unusual for our supplies to be reduced somewhat this time of the year, coming off the holidays, people traveling, you can imagine, a lot of respiratory illnesses, and inclement weather. But what we're seeing now, as you mentioned, is a 20-year low in the number of donors. So what we're not really looking for, we're not just looking for donations, we're looking for blood donors right now. That reduction was really exacerbated by the COVID pandemic, as you might imagine. Our school and campus blood drives were reduced considerably as more students turned to virtual learning. That cut our young people supply or donor supply in half. So if you can imagine that, one half of the number of students that used to donate before COVID are donating now. We're trying to get back to that. Also, we're working from home now. Our habits have changed, which makes it harder to find people where they are so they can donate. So before, maybe you would take your lunch hour to go donate blood, or after work, you and some coworkers would donate blood on your way home. And that's just not as accessible as it was before.
Absolutely. And just talking about donating blood, I'm wondering if people don't know where their blood will be going or what it's used for. Maybe that could help people decide to donate blood. Could you give an example of that for us?
I'm happy to. We talk so much about statistics. Statistics are very important, but it's the emotional piece of it that's so important that I've come across in my time at the Red Cross. I've interviewed cancer survivors and people that have had blood diseases, and they're concerned when they're waiting to get treatment. When they hear about blood shortages, they wonder, will my treatment be delayed? Will I get the blood I need to be safe? When you donate blood, your blood helps more than one person. I always think about that. It's not one for one. Also, it's so easy to give blood. It takes an hour of a person's time. You walk in, you sit down, you do a quick screening. The blood draw takes about 10 minutes. After you're done, you have some snacks, some juice, and you're on your way, knowing that you've made that impact in someone's life. And I have to throw in that, this month, because it is National Blood Donor Month, we are incentivizing people a bit. So anybody who donates blood in the month of January is automatically put into a drawing for tickets for two to go to the Super Bowl in Las Vegas, so Super Bowl 58. So we hope that would incentivize people to come out as well.
Well, yeah, you had me at the free snacks, but I mean, 2 tickets to the
I
Super
know.
Bowl. That seems to be enough. So let's go back. You did mention that you saw a lot of a decline of blood donations during COVID. Are we still seeing those impacts, or has it changed since COVID has kind of gone down a bit?
It's gotten better, but I will say this, giving blood, it becomes a habit for people. It's easy to get out of the habit, to forget, oh yes, I used to give blood. We hope that we can create some New Year's resolutions out of this. So not only will you give blood one time, but maybe you'll give blood 2 or 3 times this year. And if everybody who's eligible to do that could do that, we would see ourselves in a much better situation than we are now. But it's just so impactful. And I think that's one of the things, the ripple effect from COVID is a great one. And we're still feeling that and really trying to just re-instill those habits in people to donate blood if they can.
Absolutely. And one more question for you, Rebecca. If people here in our region want to donate blood, where can they do so?
It's really easy. You go to redcrossblood.org, redcrossblood.org, type in your zip code, and it'll populate all the areas that are doing blood drives, the dates. You can make your appointment right there online. And we encourage people to make an appointment. If you walk in, it might be booked up at that time. But if you make those appointments and plan ahead, you'll get right in. And again, I would say if you can't get in the next, say, day or so, don't worry, we'll need your blood for weeks to come. So if you have to wait a couple of weeks, that's fine too. And before we went on the air tonight, I did type in the zip code for Medford, and there are, I think, about 30 different opportunities to donate blood just in the month of January. So I would just encourage people to get roll out there and roll up their sleeves and just see how easy it is and what an impact you can make.
Definitely. Okay, Rebecca, thank you so much. We appreciate you talking with us today.
Oh, thank you for the time. Thank you.